How do you know all of this?
It actually helps if you have a period tracker for your
partner. You have a period tracker on your phone?
No. Just school me quickly on that.
Yeah.
Why? Why do we go into the sea where the sharks are?
Their playground.
Where you are warned about it, and we still decide we want to surf.
I don't know if this is too much information for you guys. Are you okay with
Bring
this?
Bring it.
So which day do you peak? Which day are you feeling the best? Yeah.
When you're ovulating.
That's a dangerous game, bro.
So there's 3 main hormones that women produce, and it's progesterone.
It's complicated.
Estrogen and testosterone. Some women don't even produce testosterone at all.
Hectic. Those are very feminine.
Casta Semega's got all the testosterone. Your partner, okay, he looks like he's just come out of a scene in Ushaga Ilembe. What's the interracial relationship like?
Albany best of both, like brown and white bread
is the
mixed
best
together.
Of both. It literally
pavement
is.
special, like me.
Not pavement special.
In all honesty, like without like any cameras on or anything, like I just.
Yeah, give me all your attention. One time for the misfits. Through the doors open on the highway. I promise you don't want to miss this.
Yeah,
Can we roll? We're rolling.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
I mean, it's perfect.
So today we have a really interesting guest. Really cool person. I was on Instagram on the Load Shed podcast and I was like, yo, who's this? And then I was like, cool, really cool. Let's put a name forward. She's a pro surfer. Entrepreneur.
Yes.
Avenger.
Yeah,
South African Avenger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain South Africa.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Have you seen those workouts?
Yeah, I have.
Clean press.
Yes.
Squats.
I'm getting high praise here.
Yeah, like 60 kilos.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's strong.
60 kgs.
I don't know. It looked big. It looked big. But her name is Teal Hogg.
Teal.
There we go.
What does that even mean, teal?
What is teal?
Hogg.
Oh, teal.
Yes,
Teal.
teal.
Okay, I thought you meant hog. Hog is, I mean.
Yeah.
Surname.
Teal is actually 2 things. It's a duck and it's also a color.
Okay.
But I like to be
The color.
yeah,
The duck.
both.
Oh.
Sometimes it depends on the day.
On the day.
Yeah.
Well, what did the parents say? They were like, we named you after a
I
color.
think it was more of a color because we all were named. So there's my 2 other sisters. We were both, well, all of us were named after colors.
Black and yellow
Okay,
and
Jasmine.
teal.
Is there
Black,
Jasmine?
yellow and teal.
Okay, so who was black? Oh, little blackie.
That's her sibling.
Oh.
Yeah, shame.
Okay. Have you ever been fat?
Have I ever been fat?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. I'll tell you why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because I see that you're a fitness instructor and all things fitness, all great. But when I look at the fitness stuff, I'm seeing a fit person.
Yeah.
Have you really gone through the struggle
Transition.
of being
Big.
overweight and uncomfortable and shitty?
I have, believe it or not.
Really?
I mean, to an extent for my body, for sure.
Okay.
I went through a phase in matric where I was binge eating quite a lot. I actually made a post about it on social media quite a while ago. It was, like I definitely haven't looked the same way I look right now. There's been a lot of transitions in my life. And I think during that like matric phase, after school, I think you like binge eat, you're kind of drinking a lot, you like
Rage.
that whole lifestyle. I mean, I was never I was never obese, but I wasn't the way I look right now.
So you just weren't happy with your body, basically.
Yeah. I definitely am the type of person to be able to put on weight easy, but I can also lose weight quite quickly too. It's just a genetic.
Lucky fish.
It's a genetic type that I
Lucky
do have.
fish.
And everyone has a different genetic type. So
What's it called? Body dysmorphia.
yeah.
Right? So I'm sure the teenagers back when you were a teen as well, that was the craze. I mean, some girls, they will be bulimic. Some girls will overeat, and
that's
they
huge.
they're just not happy, and it's a mental health thing.
It's still a big thing. Like,
especially at girls' schools.
Yeah.
Hey?
yeah, girls' schools, I think. I mean, I never went to a girls' school. I was always at a co-ed school, but I do know girls that went to all girls' schools. But it still is. It's a massive thing.
Yeah.
It's just, I think there's a lot of dysmorphias. People also, not just from like not eating, also like people over exercising. There's also that.
Yeah.
There's also overeating. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like it was also hard in school. I feel like I was also one of the bigger girls, believe it or not. But back in school, lots of the girls wouldn't eat, and I would be the one that would. I would eat everyone's lunch. You know,
what's your go-to fast food if you're having a cheat meal though?
Cheat meal?
Because I'm sure you have cheat meals.
I love pizza.
I'm
very vanilla. I love a margarita pizza. Like I'm just so lame.
Simple.
There's this, I see you've got an ebook on menstrual cycle training.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, because one, we all need to know women's cycles, especially our partners. It's actually quite important, Josh.
It's exciting when the menstrual cycle comes.
It's not
because
exciting.
then you know you're like out of trouble though.
No, we don't know you're out of trouble.
We're not talking excitement. He's like, oh, you're on your period.
Yes! No, man, it's an emotional cycle. The woman is going through a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do that for fitness?
Well, it was, I deal with a lot of women. Like, I train a lot of women. So I thought, like the one thing people don't talk about is the woman's menstrual cycle, and also how it affects your energy level so much. And like, it's something one day it just like dawned on me. I was like, I feel so different, like almost every week. Like every week, like I feel like I'm like, okay, this week I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so energetic. Then the next week, I'm like, I can't believe how unfit I am. Like, I can't even like do a squat without panting. You know what I mean? And it's like, what's wrong with me? And then it just got to a point where I'm just like, it has to got to do something with my menstrual cycle. I'm like, but also there was no research on it. Yeah. And there was not enough. And it started becoming quite a big trend on social media. People started talking about it quite a lot. And I kind of, when trends like that kind of hit, I kind of like stay away a little bit, because I'm like, I don't want to get dragged into something just because everyone else is doing it. And I also don't want to be consumed by all the information that's out there that everyone's kind of like, kind of just copying and pasting, So I was like, let me do my own research on myself, not just like researching on Google. I was like, let me see how I feel each week over my cycle, track it.
Day 1, day 2.
Yeah, well, actually more like week 1.
Okay.
Week 2 started like that. And then I started then I got a little bit more technical, and I went from day 1 all the way through. And so then I actually did that from the beginning of this year. And I'm still doing research on my body, but I've really found that the way that I have been structuring my training and my eating and stuff over the last... since I actually started in like properly in February. So like since then, I really feel like my body has changed. I'm reacting a lot better to exercise. I'm actually feeling a lot more energetic throughout the month, instead of just having massive dips and just like going through like these weird waves, and like my emotions aren't as like heightened up and down all the time, you know what I mean?
So give us the Spark Notes version of your book then. So what's like the key thing about it when we talk menstrual cycle and training? Like, is it about monitoring, okay, you're on day 7, so don't do chest? Or
don't squat.
You know what I mean? So those kinds of things. Isn't that
the one that you shouldn't... You should not be doing a squat.
Don't do squats. In general, or just over.
No, I mean, if you're on your menstrual cycle, surely you can't be squatting.
Don't pop a squat.
Yeah, don't pop a squat, bro.
Yo, but I'm okay. Yes,
there'll be a massacre in the squat rack.
Don't do legs on day 1 of the cycle or whatever. Or how does it work?
So different stages in your cycle. So generally you have like a 4-week cycle. Okay, so between 28 and 30-day cycle. So day 1 being from when you start bleeding. I don't know if this is too much information for you guys. Are you okay with
Bring
this?
it, bring
you
it.
guys already,
No,
It's good education.
Mo's like, oh my gosh, what are they speaking about?
It's good information for my boys.
It's
Yeah,
good.
so
I
it's
see
going
you
on.
guys, you see the bleeding, and you're just like, okay, I'm ready for this.
Day one.
Always
No, so-
ultra. Yeah.
Day one is when you start bleeding, pretty much. And then that's when you start, tracking your cycle.
Okay.
So from day one is when you get, your hormones are heightened throughout, obviously, like I said. Different hormones spike at different times. And from day 1 till about day 7, so that's usually your bleeding period from day 1 to day 7, that is when your progesterone levels drop. It gets quite technical, so I don't know if you guys want me to go into all of that.
Okay, they drop.
They drop,
Yeah.
and then a little bit of your estrogen rises.
Okay.
And that's when you start bleeding, and that's when you generally start like cramping and like you go through your menstrual and your bleeding period.
Okay.
After that, then you go on to your follicular phase. I don't know if this is too much information. Should
Okay,
I
keep
break
going.
it down a little
I
bit
just
more?
want to know which day we should avoid making you mad, because
Making us
that's
mad?
an important day in a man's life. Because
Isn't it before
that's-
day 1?
That's proper.
Okay.
When do I not annoy you?
That's the last-
I
Which
would-
day?
So that's towards the end of your cycle.
towards the end
'Cause
of the
that day is
cycle.
dangerous.
Just
Yes,
don't,
the 14 days, the 7 days before the end. So the week before day 1.
There we go. Look
Can
at
you just like
You gotta
write
watch
it down?
out.
Because do you know this?
I know this. I know
I
this.
feel like I
know
should have
this.
brought a little chart so
Yeah.
I can like explain it.
Because there's a lot of guys out there that
There's
need
a lot
that
of-
day.
Yeah, but I'm just more interested in the working out part of it.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of there's a lot of information, but let me just break it down a little bit easier. So the first 7 days is when you obviously start bleeding. So your estrogen levels rise a little bit, and your progesterone levels drop. So when that happens, it's best for you to just keep moving your body. So generally, there's been the stigma around not exercising while you're bleeding.
There you go.
So you
There
should
you go.
be you should be
You
exercising.
should be exercising.
And it's also a really good time for you from day 1 till day 10 of your cycle to fast.
Okay.
So
Intermittent
because-
fasting and stuff.
Yeah, intermittent fasting, and your body's not under as much stress because you're already letting go of everything pretty much. So your body's not under a lot of stress anymore. So you let go, and your cortisol levels can't rise as much because your estrogen doesn't allow that generally to happen.
Okay.
So you can do your workouts, you can do your fasting. You don't have to hold back. But some women do feel like they get cramps, like really intense cramps. Some women have hormonal issues, so sometimes they have to hold back a little bit on exercising because of other issues that they do have. So this is just generally speaking. But it's all about also at the end of the day, listening to your body. If you feel like you can work out, go for it. But generally, when your period does start, it doesn't mean you should stop exercising. I don't know. Does that answer your question?
So that's where your book comes in
Yes,
then to be
yes,
like,
yes,
all right,
yeah.
just watch out. You're on day 7. Take
Yeah.
it easy. Check the cramps. Do you feel like exercising?
Pretty much, yeah.
So which day do you peak? Which day are you feeling the best? Yeah.
When you're ovulating.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's
No,
also
you go.
that's a dangerous
It's
time.
a dangerous game.
That's
It's
a dangerous
very
game, bro.
dangerous game.
Yeah.
That's the time when you say,
That's when the
I won't ever do
emotions
this
are-
thing ever again. Please, I will never ever do this thing ever again.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game. So ovulation is
Peak.
when you start looking the best, when your
Yes.
skin's the
I hate
best.
it.
Your skin starts to
'Cause
glow.
all the
Glow,
hormones
yeah.
are coming to surface and they're all working together to
Yes.
make help you fall pregnant.
Yes.
So that's why you generally you start looking your best. You pretty
Help
much
you fall
like
pregnant, yes, because
Yes.
you start looking
Yeah, you look
radiant. Your
radiant,
your
yes.
hair
It's like
starts
your hair
to glow.
looks good. Everything
just
looks
looks
good.
great.
Yeah.
What James
no more
said, like the
acne.
lines already.
Don't worry about
And
that
then
stuff.
again, some women don't ovulate, so that's also a thing. Some women
hate
struggle with ovulation, so there's also that. And some women have higher hormone levels of estrogen and lower levels of testosterone, and some women don't produce progesterone at all. So there's 3 main hormones that women produce, and it's progesterone,
It's complicated.
estrogen, and testosterone. Some women don't even produce testosterone at all.
Hectic. Those are very feminine chicks.
Casta Semega's got all the testosterone.
Custa's just gotten over this
Okay,
thing.
I'm
Now
sorry.
we bring
I'm
it
sorry.
up.
We want her on the show. We went on the show.
Yeah, now you just want to drag it before we bring Custer on.
That was a mistake. Yes.
Chaka does that a lot. He does that a lot. He's out of line. He's always on the line.
I'm always
He's
on the
always
line.
on the line.
Gosh, yes, okay.
Seems like a great lady.
Yeah, exactly.
does.
She does. She does.
It's really cool, actually.
It would be interesting to, because that's
Actually,
that's a different body.
Yeah.
It actually would be interesting to have an interview with her and talk to her about.
Exactly. Because that's a different body. That's your three different levels that you've just explained.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show how all the bodies are actually different.
That's exactly, yeah.
And
going back to talking about if I was ever fat.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yo, we
Everyone's
went
body's
on
so
a
different.
tangent.
no, but everybody's body is different. Yes.
Everybody's body's different.
Is different, and that just comes down to your DNA, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to like you said, the best when you have your most going back to when you have your most energy to train.
Yeah.
And when you should be training your hardest is during your ovulation.
Hectic.
Because you have a spike in your testosterone, and testosterone just benefits your body all around. So if you can try and get that little peak when testosterone actually like does spike in your cycle, which is a very, very small window, you'll feel it. Women will feel that day where they're like, oh my gosh, I feel so good. I feel like on top of the world. I can do everything. I'm on the ball. I feel like I can do like 3 workouts today. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just one day out of the whole month when you feel like that.
But it's good enough. It's good.
It's just one day.
Yeah.
And and then that's generally when you train your best.
Hectic.
And then towards the end of your cycles, when you were asking about when to not have any fights with your partner.
When do you avoid?
When you avoid having any hard conversations towards the end of the cycle.
But sorry, just to be straight, the end of the cycle is towards the time where you're just about to
start the
bleed.
next one. Yes.
Yes.
So when you
How
just
do you know all of this?
Man,
look
come
at
on,
you.
you gotta have a.
Oh, you married, you
I have to
understand.
understand the different emotions in the household, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be
Because your girlfriend's mood or your wife's mood is dependent on your day.
And it actually helps
It is.
if you have a period tracker for your
have a period
partner.
tracker on your phone?
No.
Let me see your phone. Bring your phone right now.
Relax. What I'm saying is it would help if you knew, because then you'll be a little bit more
I'm
understanding.
very impressed though. You do
He's a
know, you
husband.
do know a lot.
He's a
You do know
husband.
a
You'd be a
lot.
little bit more understanding when these things are happening. And then you got to know when to flush out the compliments.
Yes.
Because of the cycle, it helps. And you got to know when to ask to play
I love
golf.
this. This is a great
When to
strategy.
play golf.
Yeah,
You should start a strategy on when for males.
For males.
According to the menstrual cycle.
Some of the males don't want to listen. You know,
Write a book,
No, I can't write a book. Sorry.
So you in a
You should start your own ebook.
you in a situationship.
Yes, I guess
Yeah.
so.
Ooh,
You know what that is?
What is that?
Situationship.
That's when 2 fit people are in a relationship.
Jeez,
Yeah, I just made that up now.
is it competitive?
Competitive.
Like,
no.
I only ate 80 grams of oats. What did you eat today?
Yeah.
No, but we definitely help each other a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you prep food and things like that together?
No,
you
we
don't?
He's actually so much better than me.
Is
I'm
it?
really
Does he
bad.
prep?
Yeah, he does prep his food. He's really good. He's really inspiring, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is good. Like I think I couldn't be with someone that's not on the same page.
So you
with,
don't like
health and
fat
fitness.
guys?
No, I'm not saying that.
That was a great episode. So
But-
you'd only date a fit guy though. No,
I
honest.
think
like,
just
you
the
can
same
say.
interest. Like
Yeah, I
I'd
get
say you don't have to have a 6-pack. Like that doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, but can you imagine what she means is, can you imagine waking up together next to the bed and one person wants to go to the gym and the other one wants to dorse for another 3 hours?
Until 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
You know what I mean?
No,
And-
it would be tough. Yeah,
It would be tough.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Like it's hard to be with someone that doesn't have the same
goals.
Like it's not even goals. I think it's more just like it's almost like we have our own value system, and our value system is looking after our body.
Yeah.
Like, and I think you don't have to have a 6-pack. Like I said, you don't have to look a certain way. I think it's just about knowing that you're doing the best thing for yourself every single day and
Because
putting
some
yourself
fat people are
forward.
fit.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like that doesn't mean anything. Like your physique doesn't determine like your fitness. I've met some amazing people when it comes to like fitness levels that you would never say would be able to. They'd probably smash me in a workout, and I'm like and that's also so hard to like judge someone from the way they look as well.
Like he was the lead in Swan Lake.
It's one of
Yeah, he's a ballet. Yeah, he's
Absolute hogwash. Absolute hogwash.
Why are you shy about it?
Your partner?
He's just deflecting now. He's like, I'm not going to talk about my time as a ballet kid.
Did you really do it though?
Yeah, he
No,
did.
I did
and
not
he wore
do
pink
ballet.
little things, boo. Just do the thing on your toes quickly.
Your partner, okay? He looks like he's just come out of a scene in Ushaga Ilembe. Okay? That man is built.
His chest is
Alright.
big, boo.
I'm telling you.
And he's also African. What's the interracial relationship like?
It's
Oh, she's nervous. She's like, my granny's going to be watching this.
Gran, get with the times. Get with the times, Gran.
you know, Mhlanga is a very funny place. eh?
Okay?
Yeah.
It's
I think
hilarious.
everyone knows that. It's hard when people stare at you, you know.
Do they stare still?
What do you mean it's hard?
No, people
Maybe
do.
because you guys are just
People
both
do.
fit, boo.
You guys both
It
look
could
great
be.
though.
Because people are
It
like,
could be
you're
that.
gladiators.
At first, we couldn't really tell if it was like people were just
Yeah.
admiring us as a couple, or
Yeah.
if they're just admiring us because they've never seen like anyone on Mhlanga Promenade walking as an interracial. interracial
Yeah.
They probably
relationship.
think you're tourists.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, are you from the area? It's always that
Have
question.
you never seen this
my
before?
gosh.
You guys aren't from here. Though.
Can we take a picture with you guys?
Where are you guys from? We live up the
Because like,
road.
But doesn't it get frustrating?
it does.
You know what? I think we're so happy with each other. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
like we really are. Like in the beginning, it was hard because I feel like it's such I love this place and I love Durban so much. Like I want to say patriotic, but I know that's more for your country. But I'm patriotic about Durban and I love it here so much. But at the same time, like there are things that I wish could change. I wish there could be a few things like just more inclusivity, you know.
Yeah.
And I wish things weren't so backwards still. But that, you know, you also can't change everyone's mindset. You've just got to
Facts.
live your own life. Got to be happy, and I'm happy. So I don't actually give a shit.
Yeah, I'm in an interracial relationship. I won't even lie.
But does it really count, boo?
so
your
for
one's
me-
like, you black and coloured.
Yeah,
boo.
but she doesn't look colored to some people. So that's the thing. Yeah,
Albino.
she will be man. She'll borderline look like a white lady, you know?
Oh,
And
so that's
I
your...
actually don't even recognize it when people are staring at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't recognize it, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
why you're staring at me. It's not because I look famous or whatever.
Yeah.
It's because I'm with somebody else. Now that I have a kid, oh my goodness.
it worse?
Oh my
He's like,
goodness.
oh my God,
So
they're playing
whenever
it.
he's
Yeah.
in the pram and I cover the pram and I'm walking with my wife.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see what we've just created. They just want to look to be like, what happened? What does he look like?
Yeah.
Or what does she look like? And so fast forward to when you guys have kids. Oh my goodness.
Well, good luck.
They will be
They're gonna look
beautiful.
like me, bro.
They will be absolutely stunning. But everybody's gonna be like,
Everyone's
what
gonna
did
wanna
you
see.
just do?
Albany
Yeah.
best of both.
It's-
Like brown
it
and white
literally
bread
is the
mixed
best of
together.
both. It literally
Pavement
is.
special, like me.
Not pavement special.
I'm a pavement special.
Okay, no, I'm not talking pavement special. I'm talking. He had too many flat whites. He had too
I
many
did,
flat
yeah,
whites.
because I was like, I
He
need,
had too many flat
I needed a
whites.
coffee
Jeez, like,
before. I was like, let's just go down to
calling
Starbucks.
himself a pavement special.
But I am,
On
bro.
the podcast.
In South Africa, though, how many people are super mixed?
He called himself a
Bro, you
pavement
know,
special.
wait, at school, though,
He called himself a
yo,
pavement
because
special.
I mean, like, I'm like, what are you? And I'm like, yo, this is
Kalindian.
it. This
You
is
said Kalindian.
But it's like a mix, you know what I mean? Like when you saw me, what were you thinking? Like, what is this guy? Because you thought that. You're like,
No,
what is,
I
you didn't.
what?
Oh yeah, well not you. But
not, 'cause she's not backwards.
Dane thought that.
Oh, well, Dane was confused.
Dane's a bit racist.
Yeah, no, he's not. That's too, you see, it's the flat whites. It's the flat whites. I'll tell you. Okay, so how long have you guys been dating now?
Oh, I think we're going on to 3 years now.
3 years. Okay, so
Yeah.
bend the knee.
3 years.
Bend the knee.
How did you meet though?
Is that
Oh,
happening?
Because you
this
laughed
is-
about that when we
I
asked.
laughed about that one. So he loves to tell people, and he's gonna laugh so hard as well. He loves to tell people that he saw me at Mhlanga Spa,
Okay.
Spa.
at the spa, and during that COVID time when everyone was wearing masks. And
Ooh.
he said that it's like, oh, I like that girl there with that ass.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, and then like apparently he saw me on Instagram. And then he started following me, but I feel like he was just stalking me. And he doesn't want to tell anyone that. But yeah, he's
Did you follow when you
me on
followed though?
Instagram, that's how we met.
He messaged
So
you on
did he
Instagram.
follow?
The whole story is that he saw me at Spa, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I've never seen that girl around." And
He just saw your eyes though.
I saw my eyes. No, it
and
wasn't.
That's when you know it's real.
Yeah.
It wasn't me wearing my tight booty shorts.
You see, because you remember, he said, "Look at that ass."
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
No, but
Real brown guy.
and then then he
Lembe.
messaged me on Instagram. So he's
Yeah.
into my DMs.
Is it?
That's the fun way around the whole.
All right.
the whole
It
thing.
works. It works.
It
It,
works.
does
It works
work.
sometimes.
There's hope.
slid into
There's
my
hope, people.
DMs.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always tease him about it. I always tease him. I'm like, oh yeah, you made up that whole story. You didn't see me at Spa. You just
You saw me in the
you
DMs.
just you just messaged me on Instagram.
Yeah.
But he's convinced he saw me at Spa, and
That's his
but
alibi.
that's his alibi.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was COVID times, you know.
Because
so
how do you
everyone-
find someone on Instagram as well from just seeing them? Because it's
Yeah.
not like you had a top that said Teal, Bounce, Hustle
Yeah.
for Studio,
Yeah.
Hog.
Here's my number.
Yeah,
Here's my
exactly.
Instagram. Here's
Exactly.
my Instagram handle.
At me.
No, but I mean, and then he's got a believable take on it, so you can hear his side of the story
Yeah.
when he comes on
Yeah.
on the thing. But I always laugh because it's that generation we're in now. He slid into my DM, so. And I was like, oh, this guy's cute.
Of
I
course
was like,
he is.
I was like, he's very cute.
And you were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
7.
7 abs.
7 abs.
7 abs, eh?
7 pack.
And V-lines.
Oh, big V line.
Yeah. then he-
Ferocious.
And I didn't even know, like, I've never seen this guy before. I was like, where's this guy from? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I definitely would have noticed you. Like,
He's built like a god.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
like,
I'm like,
surely.
I've definitely not walked past you before.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have been like, damn, who's
Yeah,
that guy?
exactly.
You know what I mean? And you've seen him on the promenade. You notice him. He's
You'd
like,
be
he's
like,
like a tall
He's
guy.
very, and then he wears aviators as well, like big ones, bro. Dude.
And it's like he's got a presence about him. I'm like, I definitely would have seen you out before.
Yeah.
And especially at Spa because it's the shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Everybody met during COVID though. Like
Yeah.
there was a lot of relationships.
There's a lot of
happening.
love then.
A lot of love.
I just, if he did see me at Spa, I wish he would have come up to me.
Yeah.
But you know,
Guys
it was
are shy,
it was
though.
that time. I also would love to know, like from a guy's perspective.
We were
as well.
socially distancing. That's what was happening.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And
And you probably had your mask under your nose. You know those people.
yeah, no,
COVID.
I was that person.
Were you that person?
I was
There
that
you go.
person. I actually barely wore a mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, and then I was like, he had like a few mutual friends. I was like, damn, like how have I never seen this guy before? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And then he messaged me and we're just like chatting and stuff. And I generally don't chat to people that I don't know like on
Yeah.
Instagram. So that was also weird for me. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't do this. And then he was like, let's go out on an adventure.
Ooh,
And I
adventure was the key
okay.
word there.
And I was like, he knew a friend of mine from church.
Okay, so we safe.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Tick, we safe.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's
Not a weirdo.
There's nothing weird going to be happening here. I told my friend, I was like, what do you think? I screenshot his profile. I was like, who? Like, I see you follow him. Like,
Yep.
what?
Give me the
Checking,
lowdown.
is he
Give me the
real?
lowdown.
Yeah, I was like, what is this guy like? Is he weird? Is he a creep? You know,
he
like,
real?
yeah, is he a bot? Is he
Yeah.
an Instagram bot? I was like, gotta know all the things. I'm like, I can't believe I've never seen this guy before. And then anyway, so then we were chatting and such a nice guy. And then he took me out on a date. It was actually, it was really, really sweet. And then the rest is history.
3 years later, we're
3
here.
years later,
Yeah.
I was like joking with my friend. She was just like, I was like, yeah, like, you know, I don't know if it's going to be a serious thing. Like, it's just a fling. Like, it's nothing serious. And then she's like, I want to be at your wedding one day.
Oh,
like, I was
snap.
like, no, I don't know how it's going to go. It's like, you know, I'm not like serious or
Yeah.
anything. And it wasn't for a while. And I was like, oh, and then she was like, I can see you guys are going to get married. And I
Wait
was
till
like,
you get asked the traditional questions. Oh gosh.
Yeah, you're
That's
gonna have to
be
do the whole
exciting.
traditional
Well,
route.
yeah, you're gonna get the whole questionnaire anyway.
the whole questionnaire. Tell me about that.
That's for the future.
Does Labola apply for interracial
Boom.
relationships?
And number one. Question number one.
Does it
That's
though?
question number one.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. That's always
Does
everyone,
it though?
Yeah, well, it depends on your
It depends on
your side of the
person,
family.
and it just
Yeah.
depends on the what your what they believe in.
Their
Like,
traditions
like,
are,
like,
yeah.
like Duke's families, and from what I know of, no.
Okay.
They say no.
What?
Are you saying from what you know of, that it's a no?
No, there's no lobola. That's what I'm saying.
Wow, discount.
I don't think. I could be wrong.
That's a massive saving.
Then your dad just comes and says he wants
That's
cows.
a massive saving.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not.
No, well, we'll
Could be
see.
wrong. We'll see when we get there.
I think your parents
You
are going
guys
to be
are
like,
only
right.
6 months away, so it's fine. You still got time. You still got time. So you're also a pro surfer, am I right?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, and
I
what happened?
was.
When did it start? Just
When did it start?
When you were 10.
When did my professional
yeah,
career
like when did
start,
you
or-
realize that surfing might be something that
When
you
I
want to
lost
be
my
part
first
of?
competition, I was like, I want to win.
Oh, hectic.
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to lose.
And I've never understood what's a surfing competition about though, because like you watch it and you see people riding waves. Like, how do you
Yeah, it's
judge
interesting. So, do you watch gymnastics? Have you watched gymnastics?
Yes,
before?
at
So
the
it's-
Olympics? Yeah,
It's the
Yes.
same sort of scoring system. It's pretty much just based on a judge and what they think as well.
yeah.
So it's quite judgmental. So you'll
Yeah.
have a panel of judges and they'll give their score in out of 10, and then you will and then the average total from all the judges, say there's a panel of 5, they'll all average the total, and then that will be your score for
Yeah.
your wave.
So what are the types of metrics though? What's the rubric there? The wave that you caught. How long were you in the barrel? Is that the kind of stuff?
It depends on also the day, because
Okay.
every day is different. So they'll be looking for every day, because the conditions of the ocean is different
Yes.
every single day, and the waves and everything will be different. It depends on what they're looking for on that specific day and what
Okay.
they think is the best for that specific day. They'll have a criteria, and you'll kind of get an idea via the grapevine. Everyone will start like talking about it
They'll be
throughout
like,
the
"Hey,
day,
bro,
like what they're looking for.
Day sick today.
And you also kind of see, like, it'll set the tone. Like the first heat of the day will be whoever does a certain, like surfs a certain way. Then you'll also be able to judge, like, okay, this is what they're looking for. This is what they like today.
Oh,
Tomorrow they
really?
might like something different. And in a couple hours they might like something different too, because the conditions change all the time.
Okay.
And it's just whatever looks good on the, whatever you've made look really good on the
Really?
wave. Yeah, pretty much. And
So
like,
it's just like surviving the wave.
it's pretty much making the best of what you have, and kind of convincing the judges that what you've done on the wave is the best.
Yeah.
You know, like with your body language, everything
Yeah.
like that, you know.
What are the surfers saying is the best place to surf?
Yo, I'd say it's a matter of opinion, hey?
Okay.
In South Africa or just in general?
In general.
I think Bali is one of the top ones.
Bali.
Uluwatu, I personally like it there. Bali is just a very consistent, good wave.
Yeah.
South Africa, Jeffreys Bay.
Okay.
Yeah. Aren't there sharks?
The
here?
sharks. The
there
sharks.
sharks?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, just school me quickly on that.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Why would you say?
do we go into the sea where the sharks are?
Their playground.
Where you are warned about it, and we still decide we want to surf? Why do we do that? And you know, when I say we, I mean a certain type of people.
Because I doubt an Indian guy
There's no
has
chance.
ever died of a shark
There's no
attack
chance.
in the history
There's
of
no
the world.
chance.
Sharks do not eat masala.
There's no chance.
No chance. Zero.
So why is that a decision that you
Yeah.
guys make there?
No, hey, we crazy.
Because I mean, okay, the wave part is cool, but then what about the part where there's sharks there?
We'll just go, we'll just go play around with the
Dangerous, dude.
Guys.
And have you checked a shark while you're surfing though?
Yeah, a few times.
And?
Really?
You know, like in the moment, like you don't know what to do, and also you do shit yourself.
Yeah.
You definitely shit yourself. You're like, there's nothing you really can do, like, you know, besides freeze.
Yeah.
Like, unless you start panicking.
I know they're big sharks though.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've seen some pretty big ones. Cape Town is
Great
quite-
whites.
it's quite- yeah, great whites in Cape Town.
Yeah,
I've
they are
actually
great
seen
whites
I've
in
seen
Cape
a few
Town.
Here.
Great whites, yeah.
Yeah, I have. I don't want to freak anybody out though. But yeah, I have. I mean, but I've also been surfing my whole life, and I'd say in a total of how many years did I surf for? Now I have to do maths. Don't make me do maths. So
20
when
years.
Okay, yeah. Let's just say 20 years. I probably have spotted a shark like close up from like, I'd say meter away.
Oh my word.
Maybe about 6 times.
That's a
Five
lot.
to six
Right,
times.
that's a
I thought you were gonna say
One
2.
is too
Not-
many.
not-
One is a lot.
Not a lot though. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
And
I
they're
mean, and
inquisitive,
I didn't get attacked once.
Oh,
you know
here
what
we
I
go.
mean? You know what
Here
I mean?
we go. Did they smell fear or what? They,
They must
geez,
have.
like it, eh?
Shat myself.
Yes.
Lovely.
Because they almost think that we like look like a seal, isn't it? They on National Geographic. They were
Yeah, so they actually have really bad eyesight.
yeah.
So they actually can't tell the difference between you being like a turtle or a seal, or especially when you're like there and like they're looking straight up and all they just see is like bright sun, like light. You know, they just see a shadow. So generally, they're actually not. They're not good when it comes to like eyesight, but they're very good at like sensing smell. Like they can smell things, and obviously they can sense like fear.
Yeah.
As well, like you say, they can sense like urgency, like to get out or whatever, you know, like panic. So that's why you have to kind of have to freeze. You can't really panic because they are very curious as well. So yeah, that's it about sharks. But I don't know why. I don't know why white people choose to.
You said it. You said it.
I don't know. We choose to do some dumb ass shit.
Because
really
dating a
don't
white
know.
girl is tough, boo. Because you're going on hikes at 5 a.m.
5Ks
in Cape Town.
on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Christmas Day, her family's like, yo, we're going on a cycle.
Hey,
You're
let's-
like, we're
let's go
supposed
up
to be
Lion's
eating
Head.
leg of lamb. What are we
Yo.
doing? Now you're going on safari as well.
Yes,
And you're
man.
taking pictures of lions that are a meter away. Exactly
Yeah.
what she said, the shark was a meter away. That's
Exactly.
too close.
And they sense panic. I'm panicking. If I'm panicking.
Even a pit bull
I'm
annoys me.
panicking.
The biggest thing is you can't.
I'm panicking. So clearly the water was not made for
Has
me.
Duke surfed with you?
He has. We went
Has
surfing
he?
in Cape Town.
And?
What
What did he
Yes.
say?
But it was freezing. It was shame. It was such a bad day to go surfing, actually.
Yeah.
Cape Town's a terrible place to learn to surf. Don't ever go do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that to yourself.
Boogie
It's
boarding is
terrible.
cool though.
It's like brain freeze and it's like,
Oh, hectic.
no, it's not fun.
So it was rough. And
Yeah,
did he
no,
enjoy
it's-
it though?
He did, actually. Yeah, he did enjoy it.
Could he get up? Like,
That day, no, because it was just such a shitty day to go surfing,
Yeah,
actually. But
yeah.
it was the only day that we
Could.
had to go, so we went, and it was just a shit day. But we had fun. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. Like we played around and we had a good time. But yeah, like we want to get into the water more, but I'm just so busy. It's so hard to find the
Yeah.
time, and we're both just so busy. And by the time the weekend comes, it's like the
Yeah.
weather's shit. We're just like, let's just hang out,
chill at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are
Chill.
you busy with?
Right now.
The
Yeah.
gym. You've got your own gym.
Yes.
Explain that.
Hustle
Why?
Fit
Why
Studio.
did you start your own
I feel like
gym?
we're talking a lot about me. I feel like we're talking about you guys.
You're
as
the
well.
guest.
You're the guest.
You're the guest, Teal.
No, but I also don't know much about you guys.
Oh,
as
don't
well.
worry, we'll tell you about us. Don't worry, don't worry.
What about my gym?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so what made you start a gym?
Actually, your hair flip. So, I was a professional surfer.
Yeah.
Finished school, 2015, and I couldn't really like afford to keep traveling. Although I went to Crawford North Coast. That's why I don't like to tell people where I went.
Yeah.
It was a scholarship, so every time I tell someone I go to Crawford North
Let's just
Coast,
make
they
that clear.
assume that I come from a
Money.
very wealthy background, and which was my family. They did a good job supporting my career and helping me get to where I
Yeah,
needed to
sure.
be. But at the same time, it was never like easy. It was never easy. So very blessed to be able to have everything I have and still do. But at the same time, when I finished school, my parents were like, you've got to start paying your way.
tax.
That's a big one.
Can't really be supporting you.
Yeah.
You're either gonna go study or you got to make it as a professional surfer. I'm like, damn, I've got to make it as a professional surfer. I don't want to go study.
Pressure's on.
I was like, damn, I don't want to do that. So I was like, okay, let me just make the best I can out of this. I did everything I could to scrape pennies together to go and compete.
Yeah.
Everything. My parents took out loans, sold their house, did everything they could to help me, support me to get to where they thought I could be with my surfing career. Also sold their house for other reasons, but it was part of taking out loans to help
Part
me
of
get
you is
to-
a reason.
It was definitely part of my fault. They're like,
Hectic.
damn, this stupid surfing career, it's going to make
Parents
us
always make
bankrupt.
such big sacrifices,
they
though.
Don't worry, they'll recoup it in the Lobola negotiations. Don't worry. It's going to be recouped.
We paid for his surfing
They're
career.
like, damn, we did too much already.
They'll
for
be like,
you."
hey, surfing. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
So, what else was it? Yeah, so then I had to just basically, they were like, you know, you gotta start making some money. We can't really do this, you know. I had 2 other sisters as well, so they also had to support them. Couldn't just fund me in my career, you know. So yeah, I did everything I could. Like I said, I also worked promo jobs. I did all these like crazy things just to make bucks to go and compete. You know,
You hustled.
and that's where the name came from.
There we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
But and then I started that in Belito. So teaching boot camps outdoors. Didn't have many people. I had like 2 people. Like one of them was my friend who wasn't paying me. The other one was someone who was like on and off, and I wasn't really making much from it, you know.
Yeah.
And then I just kept at it because I knew I didn't want to do anything else. I just wanted to compete. I just wanted to surf. And then lockdown hit, and just before lockdown, I fast forward the story. I carried on with my boot camps, and I started building up a clientele, and I saved up enough money to. This is a very short story, and then I opened up my gym that I have now.
Wow.
And then lockdown hit, and I was like, damn, I'm not doing this for surfing anymore. I'm not making this money for surfing. I'm making this to survive.
Yeah, there
you
you
know,
go.
like I'm not trying to just be a professional surfer anymore. No one's surfing. Surfing, what is surfing?
Yeah.
You know, when lockdown hit, like what?
You're not allowed on the beach.
Because people were getting arrested for
Yeah,
going out to the beach.
People are
Yeah.
literally
Absolutely
getting arrested to
arrested.
go surfing.
That was
People are
dark.
risking their
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
everything to go for surf. And I was
they
like,
were out
damn,
there in
I'm not
Sea
trying to
Point.
get locked up, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want any of that.
Sure.
I don't want any of that nonsense. So I was like, okay, put my head down and grind and just keep at it, and kept doing the online stuff. Following grew, and then after lockdown opened up again, just went back into the gym and just went full force, and everything just kind of grew. And I was like, well, this is my life now.
And did you
I
just
was
keep
like,
investing the money back
yes,
into the
yes,
gym and
back
getting
into
equipment,
equipment.
because that machine
That's
is expensive.
expensive, dude.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've got a very small gym, so it's not high maintenance like a Planet Fitness or Virgin Active, you know?
Yeah.
And the reason why I started what I did was because I found there was a lack of like attention on people, you know, like one-on-one attention. And people were obviously doing one-on-one training, but like having like a very private space that people felt safe in. And yeah, so then like I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to create it to be. I'm going to create it to
That's
be
your point of difference.
a private gym for personal training. And yeah.
Because women feel a lot more comfortable sometimes in spaces like that, because the gym can be very daunting
Especially
for some
beginners,
ladies.
like a lot of beginners, beginners, anyone that actually hasn't exercised. A lot of the people that I train don't actually, they all skipped PE in school. You know what I mean?
I used to write sick notes in the bathroom.
Everyone
We were
was like bunking PE.
Josh has a runny nose.
There you go.
Yeah.
Forged
Sure.
signature.
Yeah, that was standard.
Yeah.
Do anything you can to get on PE.
Especially like the swimming at school. Do you remember how rough that was? Like
To be fair,
swimming in the winter.
I hated PE as well. So
Yeah.
like it wasn't enjoyable.
Yeah.
And PE teachers took it so
I
seriously.
think
bro.
also that's the thing, is that what also happened is like in school is that like PE teachers made it so difficult
They
for you
did.
to enjoy exercise.
Yeah.
And like well, PE was just not fun at all.
Yeah.
And so many people associate exercise to PE at school. They're like,
does,
damn,
yeah.
I don't want to do that. That's so torturous. Why would I want to force myself in the middle of my work day and go and exercise?
Because PE didn't make sense. Like you would
Didn't
do
make
it
no
before,
sense.
like at the start of the day.
Or in
wait,
the middle of the day.
and now you're a
It's-
teenager going through puberty. Now you're
yeah.
sweating,
Exactly.
and the whole day you stink, bro.
stink.
Physical education.
But I'm saying like it didn't make sense. Like especially for people who already have like they feel bad about themselves.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you're making me do like 6 laps around the field. My school uniform looks like somebody threw a bucket of water on it. Now I'm going to class rocking.
Yeah.
It was a lot for some people.
I'm sorry, your PE sucked, guys. Our PE was pretty cool because we played games.
I mean like chess.
No, like different types of games that
Okay.
weren't offered in the actual curriculum.
Okay.
So like baseball
Oh, nice.
or volleyball or those kinds of things. We played the baseball with the hula hoops. You know, you have the
That's
hula
not
hoops.
baseball.
Yeah, well, come on. What's it called? I don't know, but it's
I
like,
remember
that's
that
a hula
game.
hoop
Yeah.
dance.
no, but there's like different hula hoops. There's different bases.
I think you got
This was
tricked
this
Yes.
was at remedial school.
I
By
think
the way.
I think you got tricked into doing
This was at
dancing.
remedial school. we
Dude,
did
that was
hula hoops.
That was
hula hoops.
that
You know
was-
what I mean?
that was
and he
very
was
cool.
he was one of those.
That was very cool. Dane, you were sleeping half of your school career.
Dane
first of
also
all.
wrote sick notes,
You were
bro.
dossing. So we used to do that kind of stuff, and volleyball and soccer and
Yeah.
touch rugby and
That
stuff like
sounds
that.
fun.
Yes, but now at schools, they do like actual physical
Workouts.
gym
Really?
and activities,
Oh,
and
shit.
yeah. So some of them gym, and some of them actually do extra hockey or extra football.
I wonder how that's
Yes.
going now in this like culture of everyone's into fitness on social media. And
Yeah.
there's a lot more influence in the
Yeah.
fitness culture. I wonder how that is actually going now with like teens
I
actually at
wouldn't.
school.
I wouldn't think it's great because it's just more pressure on the sport that you are specializing in.
Yeah.
And I want to think of PE as a time to like have a chilled game with the boys and play something different for a change.
yeah.
But now it's more all the hockey kids during PE need to go to the Astro. All the
Okay.
rugby kids during PE need to go to the rugby field. And now it's more skills development on that sport that you specializing in. So it kind of gets bashed in your flipping face every single day.
Okay, interesting. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that was so our PE
But
was
this is at
different.
like private schools, bro.
No, I didn't go to a private school, so no.
No, but I'm saying this breakdown of PE
Yes,
because like
yeah,
at government
yeah.
schools, PE is still like PE,
Yeah.
where you're doing like PE.
And then, hey,
things.
but swimming, we had to do diving. So no thanks. I was out.
Diving.
and water polo. Yes, I was trading water.
yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Bruh.
That's rough. Did you play a lot of
Actually,
sports
I
at school
think-
though?
I think PE was so traumatic. I couldn't even remember what
That
it
was the only traumatizing thing for me at PE.
PE was traumatizing,
Yeah.
dude.
It was. I didn't want to go because everyone was looking at you, and it was just so
Yeah.
shit. It was so
We used to
shit.
laugh at each other.
I
bro.
got detention every week because I'd forget my stuff
Yes,
deliberately.
same.
It's like, Josh, why are you not in PE? Yeah, I forgot, sir. One of those.
Listen, back to your actual fitness job
Yeah.
and gym.
Yeah.
You know, people never see where you actually started.
Yeah.
They only
True.
see
Now that
where
you're
you are
popping.
now.
I know.
And sometimes they're gonna hate on it, and
lot of hate.
Do you get a lot of hate?
You're gonna get a lot of that
It's
stuff.
definitely a lot of fakeness. It's
Yeah.
definitely not.
I'm happy
I wouldn't
for
say.
you.
I wouldn't
One
say.
of those.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. Hope you die.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So there's definitely a lot of fakeness. And it's definitely like surfaced. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't let it get to me. It is what it is. People,
Yeah.
people be out there.
But I see that you've got a lot of girls now. Like here outside, I see you guys at the bottom of the prom.
Oh yes,
Early
yeah.
morning grind.
Really,
There's like
eh?
a whole lot of
Fun.
chicks doing it now, eh?
It's so fun, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I just want there to be a good vibe, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I just want it to be cool. Like,
You want
I
to make
don't-
people feel
I'm
good.
I'm not trying to be better, and I think I wish I could be. Wish people could understand this about me. So I actually want to collaborate. I want to work with people. I'm not trying to be the queen. I'm not trying to be Miss Mhlanga.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be anything. I just want a cool community. I just want Durban to be cool again. You know.
Because you started, like you said, with two people and only one person was paying.
100%.
Nobody sees that,
making
you know?
50 rand.
You see what I
a
mean?
day. You know what I mean?
Nobody sees the actual grind that you put in
Yeah.
Yeah, and
prior.
you know what the thing is? There's a lot of stories I could tell about that. And
Enlighten us.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I would show up. I would go to the beach, and then people wouldn't pitch up. You know, like
Sure.
I would go there. I'd drive to Mhlanga, and people would say they're coming to the class. I'd come from Belito, and then I'd use all my petrol money to get there, and then no one would be there. And then I would just like I'd have to go back home. I'd plan all these classes and all these things, and no one would, like, you know, I wouldn't get a response. I wouldn't, like, people weren't interested.
Demotivated.
Yeah, it was demotivating. Like, you don't want to continue. Like,
Yeah.
you think that this is it. Like, you know, like I actually, going back into that, like I actually was going to quit.
So I was just about to ask, what was your lowest point?
I was going to quit, and I was going to move to Cape Town.
Yeah.
I did it for 3 years, and I didn't see any improvement
Exactly.
at all.
Jeez, like,
Consistently waking up, doing the 5 a.m. classes, going there, showing up, no one would rock up, putting it out on social media, talking about it, trying to do everything I can to like make this
Make it
happen.
work,
I'm
yeah.
like, this is all I can do. I'm like, I'm not smart enough to go to varsity. I didn't get good grades.
Yeah.
I
please.
scraped through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm not going to college. Like I'm not going. I can't
Yeah.
make it. it's not even about can't make it. Like I don't even think I could get in, you know, like I would have to do like a bridging course or whatever. I was like, I don't want to be studying for that long. I was like, I have to make this work.
Yeah.
And then I was like, shit, no, this is not working, you know, like I'm going to give up and go get an au pair job in Cape Town, because that was quite a big thing for a while. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but there was quite a lot of people getting like au pair jobs and going to Cape Town and like living in people's homes and looking after kids and that type of thing, and like Constantia and those like.
You only know it in other countries.
Yeah, and
but Cape Town is a country in itself.
It's pretty much a country. Yeah,
Cape Town is another.
But
country.
there was quite a lot of jobs going around a couple of years ago. Like, yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, I'm ready. I set up an au pair job, and I was gonna go to Cape Town, and then. Before I went, was the turning point. Before I went, and this was just before lockdown hit, 2019, in like February, I was like, hey, I'm going to do my last boot camp in Durban. I let everyone know, you know, probably my 5 people following me on Instagram. I was like, guys, I'm letting you all know.
Doing my last one.
I'm leaving Durban. I'm moving to Cape Town.
I'm going to miss all 5 of you.
Including like...
My friend.
4 of them were my family members.
4 of my cousins, yeah.
I was like, no one was paying me, but I'm like, you know, guys, I'm so sad to leave you all behind.
Long post.
It's been a great journey.
Thank you for all the support.
Thanks, guys. Moving to Cape Town. I'm going to be here for 1 more month. I'm going to do a boot camp.
Yeah.
30 people rocked up.
Whoa.
I'm not even kidding. I was like, where the hell have you people been?
Yes.
I was like, where have you guys been?
Yeah.
Where have you been my whole life? And then it just didn't stop.
Yeah.
The whole year was more than 30 people at my boot camp every
So you were like, what
day.
just happened?
I don't know. I told everyone I was leaving.
Yeah.
And then I didn't leave.
It's like the stores. Every time you walk past some stores, they're always like, clearance sale. 2 years later, clearance sale.
Yes.
Then people are just pulling in now because you're leaving.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
like,
same
it's
concept.
Literally, and I was like, I'm leaving, guys. But like, I wasn't even part of my game plan. I was like, I'm actually out here.
Yeah, I'm actually going.
I'm actually leaving.
I've got a kid to support in Cape Town.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to go down there and set it up, and I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got 1 more month and I'm going. And yeah, that was it. And then just month after month, I was like, let me do another one. Let me do another one. Let me do another one. I'll do another one. And then,
Now it's like a daily thing, isn't it?
and now it's like, it's a daily thing.
Hectic.
And then lockdown. And then that's the year I saved up all that money to open up that gym.
Wow.
2019. And those 3 years before that, I was making zilch. I was just paying for my petrol to get to the promenade, you know. And then I opened up the gym with all the savings. I was like, hey, I'm going to save. I'm still at home, so I'm going to save every cent. Also started getting some influencing jobs. I showed, like, my following grew. So, like, I showed that I had influence, you know. So I managed to get some influencing jobs, which I was so stoked about. I was like, damn, this is such good money. I was like, I'm so excited. Like, my first influencing jobs. And then use that money to put the influencing job money aside so I could travel and I could surf. Yeah. And then I used the money I was making for working into my gym side of things. And
you're quite savvy, though. You're actually quite business-minded.
Yeah, you are.
And
for a person who just scraped through. You actually thought everything through. You're like, this is going to go to this and this is going to go to that.
But a lot of people who like scrape through school are a lot more street smart, like business smart.
Yeah, but you would expect her to just blow it all.
And you know what? I think also because I didn't have much, I was like, damn, I can't use all this money.
Yeah. Oh, so you were, okay.
I was like,
you were a different thinker. Okay.
And then, yeah, it's kind of gone the other way now.
Yeah, well, now things are great.
Things have changed. I'm not so savvy with that.
So do you do like a membership every month, or is it just like come to one class, pay once off? What's it like?
Memberships, yeah.
That's the best, because like people, I feel like it also makes people more consistent.
Yeah,
like people are like, I've paid for this. I need to go for X amount of classes. It's like motivation two-way.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's pretty much.
And now it's only girls coming to this. So Chucks and I can't pull up.
You guys can. Come.
We'll be the only two
Please
dudes
come.
there.
That
though.
actually will be really fun. You guys should come.
You
And
see,
Duke as well, the 3 of us.
I have to convince him to come.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Duke get more involved here? Because he looks like he sleeps at the gym.
Have you seen how he's built?
Yeah.
And my classes.
What are your classes
Your
like?
weights are too small there.
Exactly.
He's probably going to be like, what is this? There's
When
only
he comes
50s.
into my gym, I don't know what weights to give him.
Feed
I'm like, I don't
across.
have heavy enough weights.
Exactly.
For you. I'm sorry.
They're tiny.
I'm like, I can't help you.
Sure.
But yeah, that's the story. But you guys should come and join. It'll be
We should. Well, that'll be really cool.
Check it out.
Do you
We'll
have
check
like
it
a
out.
lot of what's your age group coming to?
Oh, it's a mix.
Is it?
Yeah, I even had a 13-year-old girl today, and
Hectic.
I had
Cool.
like a 45-year-old
Hectic.
female. Yeah, it's like.
I feel like it's big on like woman empowerment as well, because
Yeah.
like females feel more comfortable when there's a female personal trainer, and you're also making a positive change. So
Yeah.
somebody comes in there and they leave feeling physically better.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
So I definitely have like a very female dominant group. I
Yeah.
would say like it's
Sure.
the group classes are more females, but there are men that join. But I also have a women's only class, so that's also like something that I started doing. Yeah, I feel like for also like a lot of cultural reasons is a lot of my clientele that can't train in front of men, so that's also like a big thing.
Muslim guys.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's been something that I've actually really enjoyed, and I can see how comfortable women get to be in front of me, which is really cool, and it's become so empowering, and knowing that women feel safe.
Yes.
You know? Like it's such a cool thing. I love it.
Yeah, because I mean, when we go to these other gyms, Planet Fitness, Virgin,
Some interesting things that go on.
yo,
there.
bro,
Not only
we
the
can't
interesting
even-
things, but it's dangerous, bro. It's like being a buck in a lion's den
How-
sometimes.
It can be so
Yes.
rude. Like, I'll go with Duke. Not a single guy will look at me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that
As
makes sense.
As soon as Duke is not there,
You got a problem now.
You got a
like-
problem.
I'm like, I feel so violated.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
But lots of girls
but
feel
it's,
like
it's
that.
not even about it's not even about going actually to a gym. It's also like going out out on a night out with the girls. I don't feel comfortable enough going out without him. Which is so sad. And it's happened a few times where there's been altercations where like, I mean, I'm like, I don't want to go out unless Duke's with me.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to gym unless Duke's there as well. I'm like,
What's happening to the men in our
Because
society?
I feel like a gym, there's a lot of creeps, bro.
no,
What is
I
happening?
think
There's a lot of
it's like
creeps.
it's like a draw, draw.
It's
card
like
for
a place
creeps.
where people
going
go
on?
and they actually go there to like look at chicks sometimes.
Gents, what's going
What's
on,
going on?
gents? Gents,
We gotta do
please.
better.
Our ladies are uncomfortable here.
But
Hey.
also sometimes
But it also-
sometimes it's tough. We like
Well-
because I mean because we've all wait, no, I'm just saying, like, have you telling me sometimes you go to gym, especially that stepper machine, bro? You know that machine. No, that stepper machine is a problem. That's a big problem. That's probably where Duke first saw you actually. You know that
lying.
machine? I'm not gonna lie, girls actually, bro, they do they don't just do it like nicely, bro. They do it, and there's guys that are like
I wouldn't know.
also
Love that.
well,
Love that
I mean,
for you.
like you've seen it though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never seen anything.
Just like that song of
Matter
yours.
of fact, you 47% blind in your left eye.
Nope.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm there to sweat it out
But
and
also
I'm out.
some girls make it too obvious, bro.
Yeah, so you can assume that.
Yo, like
that it's-
sometimes that machine is a problem because you can step normally,
All
but now
all I ask for is for women to wear tights that aren't see-through.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
also like put a tie something, bro. Tie something. You know, like some girls do
You've got to do a little squat take.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Okay, enough
that's-
of those things before my girlfriend's
fair.
gonna watch this like,
That's
damn,
fair.
he's not allowed near that
fair.
machine.
That is me.
That's the machine.
That's different machine.
Oh gosh.
That thing's a pandemic, bro.
I'm sure David, you can find a clip of them walking.
Go
on the
look
step.
okay. Look, trust me. Just go to gym one day and go near that machine and you'll see. There's some people who do it normally and
Walking
then
up
there's
the
some
steps.
people who do it like, is this an advert? Because this is too much.
Hey, you need to focus on your craft though when you're there.
Focus on your craft,
Just
buddy.
get your testosterone build and just pump.
Just
pump.
Yeah, okay, I'm done with this conversation.
Pump the weights.
This
Yeah.
conversation got me in twisted.
Pump the weights. So Teal, you are a female entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I am.
Change that topic
What is
quick.
what is that like? Because I mean, fitness.
What is it like?
Yeah, so fitness and apparel and all of that.
Oh, I see that.
I mean, you're gonna have competition. It's could be seen as a male-dominated
Industry. A lot of what you've done actually has been
yes,
male
so how
dominated,
do you-
like surfing.
How do you
this,
navigate?
hey?
Yeah, how do you navigate through that?
I never really thought about it that
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
But you've got a good point.
You're pioneering.
I don't know. I just just do it, eh?
Yeah.
Like Nike says, just do it.
Just do it. Straight up.
That's so
Just
lame.
take it day by day.
No, but I guess I don't really think about it much. And I was actually having this conversation with Duke, and like we talk about this type of stuff like often because we've both been athletes for most of our lives.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a mentality as just being an athlete for most of your life. You don't really think about, you know, being something or someone, or like you think about winning. You think about getting to the end goal, preparing yourself up until there, and then you move on to the next thing. It's not about the glory. It's not about the fame. It's about getting the job done. It's about just getting it done, and just everything else is like whatever someone else says or that person says. I'm focused on where I want to go, and that's what I want to do. I don't care if it's a male dominant thing, or I don't care if it's it's something I want to do. So I don't really care. I'm not trying to be someone else, or you know.
Okay, so you've never had any of those common
Like
issues.
you shouldn't be doing this.
Common patriarchy issues or
Yeah.
men coming with their own
surfing's a hard
things.
one, hey?
That's what I'm saying.
Surfing is hard. Like I mean, obviously, like it is, like you say, it is male dominant. But I mean, I never thought about it. There were situations that made me be like, oh, okay, I'm in a boys' game, you know.
Oh, really?
But at the same time, I'm like, it didn't affect me. I was just like, I'm doing what I want to do.
You all can ride the same
I'm not
wave.
trying to. Yeah. At the same time, it's like, it is, because it's like, men will paddle around you, especially in the water, and they'll make you feel, like intimidate you and make you feel like you're not good enough, or you're weak, and like just kind of undermine you without realizing they're doing it.
Yeah.
To be like,
In the
nice
water.
boogie board.
Did you get that from the ladies section?
It's a surf joke. It's a surf joke, bro.
I love it. It was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good joke. That's the one where you lay on and you like,
Yeah, it's when you kick.
that's for the plus size brothers.
Like, hey, check that boogie board out.
Yeah, so it is intimidating. You kind of have to have your chest out the whole time. You just like, you don't really take shit from anyone.
Yeah.
Without even knowing it, that's just who you become.
Yeah, sure.
You can't really like let your guard down. You can't take shit from anyone.
Yeah.
And if you do, you just don't get anything. You don't get anywhere. You don't get a wave. You don't get to surf because you get hustled pretty much in the water.
So like,
so getting a wave is also like a
Hustle.
thing, hey?
Yeah.
so you've been hustling, bro.
Where they like,
No, like it's a
bro, this is my barrel.
from under.
Hey?
No, because the water is also a challenge, bro. It's not that easy to get up on a wave and ride that thing.
That
not
also is a competition in itself.
What? Oh, like actually catching,
Getting
like
away.
trying to
Yes,
get away.
they'll be like
oh
a-
gosh, yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Hectic.
I wish I could like show you like and analyze it. It's quite interesting. Like so sometimes when you're going for just like a surf, just to go free surf, and you're not trying to compete or anything.
Yeah, sure.
There'll be like a whole bunch of people in the water, especially on a good day. And majority out of those people, you'll probably be fine. Like say there's 100 guys, there'll be like 3 women.
Wow,
you know?
3%.
Yeah, like that's how big the gap is between men and women generally. Surfing, and even on the world tour, such a big gap.
Yeah.
Not as many women.
Do they go
surf.
head to head or it's separate categories? 'Cause
Separate categories, yeah. And yeah, they
are there some girls that are as good as
some
guys?
girls would smash some guys.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
seriously,
mean, because I was thinking about this before
Yeah.
you came. I was like, how do the categories differ in a sport that seems pretty competitive for both males
yeah.
and females? It's a wave that you can ride and do cool tricks on. So how can a male dominate you physically in that aspect?
just looks different,
Really?
Some women can have a very masculine approach when they are surfing a wave, and some women can look a little more feminine when they're surfing. So it does. You can have a female that does look very masculine on a wave just from the way that they surf, and then like I said, some women just look more delicate and more. But at the same time, at the end of the day, there's so much more competition for the guys because there's so many more of them.
I see.
And the standard is higher because there's like, whereas there's 100 women, there's 1,000 guys. You know what I mean? Like competing for like one little qualifying event. It's like 100 women, it's 1,000 guys. And it's like those 1,000 guys are like all just as good as each other. The woman is quite a big gap. There's quite a big gap in their abilities. And like I said, there's some of the women will be a little bit more masculine when it comes to like actually not physically, but actually when they're competing, like it looks more it's more aggressive.
Yeah,
it's more aggressive, and it's
what's the pay like though as a professional surfer? I've
like
never
the difference or the
no, like
Is
in
there a
general.
difference?
it's still half.
Oh,
pretty much.
hectic.
It's like
Really?
the difference in the salary or the earning potential is like almost identically half. Yeah,
But why? Because it's not like tennis or football where the type of game is different.
Yeah.
Different.
I don't understand.
same thing.
You can still, I think as a female,
You can still-
do what a male can do
yes,
in the water.
definitely, yeah.
Because girls
For
are
sure.
very good
Yeah.
at surfing.
Yeah,
we
no,
have seen
100%.
videos.
Some girls, 100% like that are on the tour would come here and beat some of the guys that are trying to qualify. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I mean, although
Why is the pay gap half?
it's just, I think it's just always been a thing, you know, with female sports.
But you get paid well for winning a competition. If you're a guy, how much do you win on like the world?
Belito Pro.
It depends. Belito Pro, I'm not too sure what it is at the moment because, you know, I've also been out of it for a little bit. But from what I can remember, the Belito Pro, it was a different, also sometimes it's a different qualifying like
see.
the event is not the same. How can I say it?
It's like you get amateurs, pros.
Yeah, so the women event on the same day as the men's event is not exactly the same. What do you call it? It's like not the same caliber of like event, like qualifying event.
Okay.
So the women's is more
Heats.
like it's like the women's event there will be like a very like
Different standard.
yeah, it's lower standard one, and then the one that the men are competing in is a lot higher. It's like closer to towards being on the world tour, whereas the women's one was more of a qualifying event. So it's like you're trying to qualify to get to the world tour. So it's not the same. So it depends. Like that event, it'll be very different because it's not the same standard of competition at the time.
So could you live off a professional surfing salary?
Yes, you can.
Hectic, yeah.
I had a friend did quite well. She's South African. Yeah.
And what's the most? How much you win on a world tour? Well,
$1 million.
Yeah, close
guessing.
to like millions and dollars.
millions
As
of dollars.
Yeah, you can. It depends.
Hectic.
Again, also depends on the event and who's sponsoring the event. You know? Some events are sponsored and backed a little bit more than others, depending on where it's located. Like if it's in LA or if it's in France or if it's in Australia. Like it depends on how much backing they get. So it's not always the same. Sometimes it can range from like $250,000 to $1 million. you know?
What's more difficult though, surfing or kite surfing? In your opinion?
I've never really kite surfed actually.
Because I've got some mates in Cape Town who kite surf a lot.
Yeah, that's hectic.
And it
though.
looks really
I think it
rough.
must be really hard. I mean, the only thing about kite surfing is that you can't really do it unless it's really windy.
Yeah, you need the wind.
But Cape Town's perfect for that. 'cause
And
it's
the wind
always-
is crazy strong.
yeah.
There was actually a story
Yeah.
that he told me about this girl that wanted to learn how to kite surf. And she went kite surfing in Cape Town and the wind pulled her all the way across. And it threw her into one of the dunes, basically.
Jeez.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she had like a broken leg, a broken arm.
It's so hectic. I think you have to really know what you're doing.
You
yeah.
have to. You can't really
Yeah,
just
I've never
learn it
done it.
overnight.
I've never done it before.
Surfing's a bit more control, but how hard does that impact sometimes when you get dumped? Is it as sore as it looks?
It depends on, I mean, the day.
Hold your
Yeah.
breath, boy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can go down for quite some time, surely?
Yeah, I mean, like I've definitely been held under for a long
You
time.
see now.
Hectic. What do you mean held
See now.
under?
No, you get held under.
Yes, because the
like-
current is so strong.
So strong.
Yeah, no, I've been held under for a long time. Like it's
Caught in
been
the rip.
hectic. Yeah, so like
Did you
Crazy,
ever think once that you were gonna not
crazy
make
stuff.
it for
yeah,
real?
there was a few times.
Yeah?
There was a few
And
times.
guess what you did? You went back in the water, eh?
I went back straight out there.
Look at this. Look at
It's
this.
crazy as shit.
You got
straight
a lot
back.
of trouble on your hands, brother.
Straight back in the water.
A lot of trouble. You got a no quitter here.
Hey, I almost died. Hey, let's
I almost died
let's
3
do
times.
that
Let's
again.
go, let's
But
go
I didn't, so we're gonna do it,
Yes.
Duke.
Wow. Yo, hey Duke, good luck.
No,
Hey?
yeah, it's
The Lobola negotiation is gonna be quite
It's
high.
gonna be-
I would
It's
like
gonna
to
be
be
high.
there.
And Duke
Can I be
needs
one
an
of your
insurance
uncles?
as well.
Yeah.
There has to be an insurance for brothers getting into a relationship with white
episode
girls because you're doing a lot.
episode 1 we spoke about Lobola. Okay.
Yo.
He was on thin ice.
Because I didn't understand the concept fully.
Now
Okay.
now you
Now I'm
understand
proper. Like
that.
I understand it. That's what I've loved about this podcast, though, because
You've
you
learning stuff.
learn a lot of stuff. You get
Now you know
enlightened all
about
the time.
menstrual cycles.
Especially in the comment section.
The comment section's rough sometimes. It's because of Dane's editing as well. Sometimes Dane throws me under the bus. But it's been good. I feel like we've learned a lot here with surfing, being a woman in business. It's quite challenging, and you've done a really good job, and you've never quit it, and that's amazing. You know?
What's next?
What's next?
On what agenda? I mean, there's a lot of things
On Teal's agenda.
Give us a little snippet.
What are we looking out for here?
at the moment. Expansion.
Yeah.
Right.
Are we opening another gym? Because I feel like you've still got that Cape Town in you. Somehow. This whole profile fits Cape Town so well. Like I can see it at Sea Point. Girls here at Sea Point. You know what I mean? It's one of those.
So I do have a gym in Cape Town at the moment, but
Oh, you do?
I'm closing it.
Okay.
Because it's, you know, like also the whole thing that does come with doing your own business is you learn from what you do.
course.
You make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Of course.
And it wasn't necessarily a mistake. It was just it was something that I learned from, and I had to do it because I was so headstrong. And when I want to do something, I'm like, there's no backing down with me. I'm doing it, and you can't tell me,
for sure.
no matter how many people tell me, like, you know, probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to do it, and I'm probably going to
I'm going to buy the Steve Madden shoes.
Yeah.
I will.
And I think also that comes with like wanting to challenge myself a bit. So yeah, it was a challenge. I did it. It was hard. A lot of things changed while I was doing it. So I had to make a decision now. It's been a year and a half actually that I've had it. It's been okay, but it's not what I wanted it to be. So so instead of doing that, I'm closing and I'm expanding here instead.
Nice.
Okay, that's cool.
You are a Durban gal.
I love
You're
Durbs.
proud about Durbs.
I love Durbs. You know what? Like, I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I really want people to come to Durban and be like, I wanted to go do that cool thing.
Yeah, I get you.
I want to go to Durban and I want to be like, you know, there's like one thing you can associate. What can you associate Durban with right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
When you think of Durban, when people like are coming to Durban, you're like, okay, but for what? And walk on the Mhlanga Promenade.
That's one. People are always and you on the prom as well.
Yes, but
I
like
would-
that's as much as we can offer right
Yeah.
now. you know,
Yeah,
like
I would like Durban to revive Moses Mabhida
Yeah.
and maybe have a Bafana game there so that we
Yeah.
can come watch, because clearly they're not watching there in Joburg.
But Durban's
They
been
are
on
not
a,
watching
on
in
a
Joburg.
downward spiral for some time now.
Even since I think since the riots as well.
Yeah.
The riots and then also the floods we had.
Facts,
I think
yeah.
we just had such a rough time.
Like even our water park. Do you remember how cool that was when we were younger? I don't know if you guys
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that.
For closing down,
I
Those
love
slides and
that.
things.
And there's also that mini town.
Many towns closing
Mini
down.
town?
Mini town.
Hey?
Is it
Yeah.
closing down?
It's either closing
It's
down
closed down.
or closed down.
No.
Gosh,
Yeah.
it's so sad. Like
That side of Durbs was
I just
insane.
I love Durban, and I just want people to be proud of it again.
Yeah,
You know,
facts.
Like I want people to be like, damn, like that one thing's working in Durban. You know, not many things are working in Durban, but this
Yeah.
one thing is, and it kind of give people hope again, because a lot of people want to leave. A lot of people speak so badly about the place, but we have so much to offer here.
Cape Town
Agreed.
light. They call it Cape Town light.
Agreed.
Yeah, and
No, I
think it's,
agree.
like I really do. Like like on all honesty, like without like any cameras on or anything, like I really like do believe in this place, and I want to see it at its full potential. Like I've seen the world, you know, like I've traveled a lot and I've been around to so many places around the world, and like there's something so special about this place.
Yeah.
I know I've lived here my whole life, so that's part of it, but at the same time, it's like it's something that I just love about here, and I want it to be a place where people also see
The beauty.
Yeah, yeah, I really do. Like it's something that it feels so special.
Any city that's coastal, there's magic about it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that can be done. And
Exactly.
Durban was a place before where it was like holiday makers were always here.
Yeah.
Always. And then we had like a December where the beaches were closed
Yeah.
because there was crap in the waters, hey? And like people just didn't come. And it sort of had that stigma about it for quite some time. Where you can say it's, you know, people have just avoided it completely.
Yeah.
And like Ushaka Marine World as well. How big was that when we were kids? You know what I mean? When that first came out, people were like, wow, this place is amazing. And now
Exactly.
nobody even goes to that part of town
And
anymore.
we don't have anything at the moment that people are excited about.
Exactly.
And I think that's what I want to try and create. I'm with
you.
know, I want to bring something cool back into Durban. And so yeah, that's what's on the cards.
Beautiful. That's exciting.
beautiful.
Bring it back,
Yeah.
bring it back.
So
to
we
our
would
hometown.
love to be
Come
a
and
part of
join.
your Lebola negotiation as well.
Yes, please.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna
Yes,
be there.
please.
I gotta be present to make sure.
Make
we
sure it's all
mention-
set in stone.
Yeah, here's your serious negotiator. Yeah,
I'm
this
a negotiator. I'm
This
half
guy
Indian.
can
You know what I mean? I can
negotiate.
make a deal now.
Yeah, he
I'll
can
make
make it.
sure I've got that covered. Don't worry. Your dad will get a rebate.
Okay, rebates. Love a good rebate.
But it's been lovely getting to chat to you and
Yeah,
get to
it's
know
been
more about you. And
awesome.
we're really excited for your adventure going forward.
Thanks, guys.
And we believe in it and we believe in you.
Let's
And
go.
We know
Let's
you
go.
got it. You're a winner.
Thanks. I
Awesome.
appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
guys.
coming, dude.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Danzos!
Mo, how did you feel about that?
Danny's!
Perfect.
Shit, I shouldn't have said that about Castasemania. Fuck.
Dane, sorry, bro. I don't know why I said racist, bro. Cut that shit out. That was out of line.
Yeah, give me all your attention. One time for the misfits. Through the doors open on the highway, I promise you don't want to miss